Hello everybody, welcome back to PadFootTD Games. My name is Zach, I'm the voice behind the icon, and today we are back once again with American Truck Simulator. And we are down here in this part of Texas. Corpus Christi? Corpus Christi? Steve. We're in Steve, Texas. That's what we got here. And we're going to be going back up pretty much the same way that we came down, actually. Now I'm thinking about it. Because we left from here, we're going exactly the same way that we just went. We're just going back. Home back, baby. 3 hours, so it's about a 4-hour drive. A nice short one for us. We are hauling crude oil that's actually been pumped from right here. We just finished with that telehandler. Not with telehandler, the people lift. Oh my gosh. It just feels like it's the same thing. Driving me nuts. Oh, okay. Everything good? We all good. We all good? We all good. Let's go. Hope you guys are having a good day. I know that I am. Really happy to be doing some truck driving here with you guys and for you guys. After that, excuse me, slightly difficult parking job for delivering that people lift. Hopefully this one will be a little bit easier once we get there. I think we're delivering to, like, Hyundai. Again, gonna keep it slower on these roads, because as you can see, Pac-Man jumping around like crazy there. It's pretty bumpy. But yeah, overall, good day. I mean, good day. I wanted to record last night, as you guys have seen the new ones on the channel, with the Purple Peterbilt. Purple Peter. The child humor that I have. Okay. That's been fun. I went to film one of those last night, and I had a problem with one of my computers. So I record audio. Weird. Why are you just white? I'm just looking at my LG, not my LG, my RBG inside my computer, and I wonder if it's because I changed your color. So, sorry, I have two computers. I'm filming this on my old one. I've had this computer since I started YouTube. It's an old Dell gaming laptop. And then I have a new Lenovo with a GeForce RTX 3060 Ti in it. That's for my heavy-dutier games, but everything for Truck Sim is on this one. So I still use this one for a lot. I'd actually say it's probably like my main one besides Ship Sim, Flight Sim, like any of the higher quality ones. I will do on this one, or if it can handle it, you know. That's really what I do, and I know it's starting to show its age. Well, I've had one of those issues where it's telling me that it doesn't have a sufficient power source, and I'm like, I know you do, and I know that hasn't changed, and you know, it's frustrating. Alright, we are back. Sorry, I got ADHD got the best of me, and I was just looking over at my computer here. So again, I'm talking about my two computer setup, and then I went off like, oh, squirrel, rabbit, chase the squirrel. So on my Lenovo gaming PC that I have, inside, I always thought it was supposed to change color, but now I'm realizing it doesn't. It's got a light inside to be static to light it up, but the fans change color. That's about it. And I said I didn't really care when I bought it. And my gaming PC, my Dell one, my old one, is just blue inside, but it looks so cool. So I had to actually sit there and go into the settings and be like, you don't change color, right? I'm not just being like getting crazy. Don't you do it, Mustang. Don't do it. Nobody be stupid. Don't. You saw that Subaru. That Subaru almost got clipped. Still pulling out in front of this giant fully loaded truck carrying crude oil through a residential area. This is great. So yeah, no, I just had to poke with it. But, as I was saying, what I had to do yesterday, last night, like at like 1 a.m., because I was like, you know, at midnight, right before it, and I was like, you know, I really wanted to record for you guys last night in, you know, the Purple Peter. That's going to be funny to me no matter what. I wanted to film for you guys, And when I went to start the PC, I got on the power indicator, it was flashing orange, which usually means that there's not enough power supply. If it's flashing 4 times, it could be, it doesn't really say. It just says that it's having issues. Now, I've had this before where I just let it sit before and it's fine, or I unplug it and power cycle it and it's fine. This one wasn't, and I was like kind of frustrated. I was like, what could it be? I'm like, these computers have been sitting here for like 4 years, essentially. It's been 4 years, and I was like, let me open it up. I'm like, I never clean them. I'm always like, man, I should really clean them. I said, let me open it up and air in a can it and just blow out my components, which of course are dusty inside. That's bound to happen. And I did that, and I tried to power cycle it, and it still gave me the orange. And I was like, okay. Some people are like, it could be the battery, the remembrance battery. Like, it maybe just doesn't remember its OS. And I was like, okay, let me try that. I took out the battery. I did the tongue test because I'm 5, and it's like, nope, that still got charged. It's still pretty good amount of charge, which is great. Put that back in. I was like, I know it's going to sound stupid. I'm just trying everything. I'm checking everything that's plugged in, everything like that. I took out my RAM. And I swapped them. I swapped where they were. Now, that should really have nothing to do with anything. But I swapped their position, and it fired up. Now, I still personally do not think that is related. I do not think that was the issue that I was having. I do think since I've cleaned it, I do believe that I'm getting a little bit better FPS here in American Truck Sim. You guys can be the judge of that. Let me know if you're seeing anything different, if it looks the same, if it looks a little bit better, but I feel better that it's a little bit more clean. The one thing that I'm kind of also running into that I'm realizing, I'm like, well, that's a little frustrating. That's green, right? Ooh, I couldn't see that right off. And that would be my Wi-Fi card inside of the computer is not working. I'm actually going to be over here on the right because I don't know how quick I'm going to be able to get through that light. Ooh, sorry, Pac-Man. That was a hard stop. So I'm like, okay, I'd rather be plugged in anyways, and really I've been leaving the plug in for my Lenovo for Flight Sim specifically. I can't wait to do Flight Sim 2024. Very excited for it. That'll be in the future. I don't own it yet. I want to get through Cities, and I want to get into Planet Coaster 2 before I bite the bullet and get Flight Sim 24. Especially when I'm like limited space on everything. On both my computers, I have these giant terabyte drives. I can't remember. Let's see, the one. I can look on the Lenovo one really quick while I drive because that's safe. It's a 4 terabyte. I believe the other one that I have a 2 terabyte up top, and then below it I think I actually have a 10 terabyte. Because I know that one was like $160 when I bought it. But yeah, so just some computer woes. It's part of it. What becomes frustrating and scary is that I have so much custom stuff on both computers. Like whether it's the drives or the skins or purchases of games, demos of games that you can't find anymore, like Jurassic Explorer, where my name's in the credits. It's I don't want to lose any of that. And I know people are like, oh, well, back it up. I'm already using a lot of space. And of course, like Flight Sim, Virtual Sailor, and iRacing take up so much on the Lenovo. That's the one that I do all of. Those are like my 3 big ones on that one. So it's really on this one. It's Truck Sim. I know fast food sims out here. A lot of the sims are actually on this one, specifically because I have a dual monitor setup. So it's happier. I'm happier. I'd love to get one more monitor set up at the new house on the Lenovo so they all could have 2. So they have 4 monitors all spread out. I just got to see what I actually end up doing at the new house, at the property, once we can actually move in there. Again, this weekend I'm going to be running electrical wire, so we'll be getting one step closer. I'm going to get over here before you have any chance to say anything about it. But I've got dreams. I got dreams that I get to have. until we are able to move in. Okay, look at houses on stilts because we're in flood zones. You shouldn't be out there, my guy. They don't have a stop. Now you're just going to sit there looking like an idiot. Okay, I got gray SUV. Jeep. As I say, there's that blue car. That was a tricky intersection. Okay. Off we go. And again, it's a beautiful day. It's like almost 5. Been able to get 2 loads in today, and what's actually nice, it was back and forth, so if we were staying in Galveston, we'd be all set. Again, I'm hoping to get one from the Port of Houston for our next video, and we might, another person pulled over. We might actually get ourselves out of Texas, or at least to spread out a little bit more in Texas. I know that I'd like to go up to Montana. That's something that I'd like to do. Probably put in the Frosty mod so we can drive around on some ice and some snow, because that could be cool. Even though there is just a little bit of snow in Montana right now. I've my best friend actually lives in Montana, and they send me pictures all the time, and they've got at least a little bit of snow now. Also reminds me, we might be getting snow this weekend. I know. ADHD brain is literally me gaming. I can drive cows. I can drive around and just talk about the randomest of things. It's like a construction site over there. All right. Are we? So it's been in back and forth whether we're gonna get no snow or a complete blizzard on Saturday. Don't do things and drive, kids. Yeah, one says one thing and the other says another. I don't know who to trust here, which is fairly inconvenient because the local guy's been more accurate than anything else. Best chance is kind of through Massachusetts, so we're kind of in the middle. But we are in the thought of heavy right now. It looks like heavy, or moderately heavy. Again, it's like 0 to 2 inches, so it's not like it's going to be crazy. But we could get a little bit of snow. We've only had one bout of snow this year. Truex? Yep, old Truex. So I've only been able to plow once, but I snowblowed and plowed that day, and then it was gone like the next week. So I'd like some snow just to be able to help all of the aquifers around here. Luckily we'll be on town water at the new place, but over this summer we thought we'd lost our well. Luckily, putting quotes around that, it was just the pump, so it was like $2,500 to fix versus we thought we had a dry well, which had been like $30,000, which should be under insurance. And I know that's like a hot topic right now with everything that's happened recently, but it really should be something that's covered. It's still part of your house. And I know people were like, well, when it's expensive, they just don't cover it. You're correct. You know? Oop. Red light. Green light for me. Green light for me so I don't have to stop. Green light for me. No, they still have green over there. How accurate are these lights? When it hits red, count to 3. 1, 2, 3, green light. Okay. So they actually have them timed like real life. That's the fun thing. Everybody who rides with me, they're like, how do you always know when it's going to change? If you can see the other light, just count to 3. It's a 3-second interval between light changes. It's not that hard. It's not that nifty. Like, I hate to tell you, it's not that crazy. I knew that car was going to beat us off, but I figured that truck was going to be slower, so I figured this was going to be our best bet over here. Headlights on for everybody's safety. The sun's starting to go down. We still got about an hour and a half. Hey, cows. About an hour and a half to get to our destination. Oh gosh, what else is planned here? Well, like I said, we got the racing season coming up, so we're going to be doing a lot of driving with the toter home, so that'll be a lot of fun. But we are also going to be doing with our Peterbilt for our hauler this year, so that's always fun. I always love driving that around. And I know it's like one of those things, I flip-flop every year whether I'm driving the Peterbilt or if I want the Mack. What is that guy doing? I think I just stopped in the middle of the highway. I didn't miss anything, right? I didn't see anything. And it's because I like the Mack. That's why I'm driving the one right now. I really like the default Mack here. I think it's a beautiful interior. I love blue indication lights. I love the way it sounds, the way it feels. I love this Mack. And that's why I was doing a lot of it. But I'm like, okay, I mean, if we're a team, regardless if we're winning or not, especially when we're mostly doing the Wheel and Modified Tour. 2-time champion, by the way. You're welcome. Just for that little reminder. You know, it's one of those things that was like, it makes more sense to be in the Peterbilt. Plus, it sounds nice. So, we're going to be probably doing that. You never know. Maybe we'll find another one. I think I saw like a preview image of a different Mack. Maybe we should check that when we stop. Like a boxier Mack. I'm always open to different options for different things for us to do. But again, I only have a racing season and pretty much until through June. Yeah, you're lucky. You didn't have to stop all the way. And then after that, you know, it's going to be, we'll be in a new house, which is going to be awesome. But then I'm going to have a baby to take care of and a baby in the house. So, you know, if the gaming schedule is going to change. And I got thinking about this before. It's like, you know, I'm not one of those channels that wants to do a once-a-week video because, I mean, I'm sporadic with posting stuff as of right now anyway. But we might go down. I want to get back on a schedule. I'm like, what if we did like Tuesdays and Thursdays and then streamed on Fridays or Tuesday and Thursday or maybe like Tuesday and Saturday. I don't know. And it changes because it varies on what I have, but I like to have a schedule. It varies on how much content I have because it depends on how much I can sit down and do things. But I like having a schedule, being able to put stuff out. And I've got certain things that are backlog, but I just don't want to put out, you know, 9 ship sim videos all at the same time. You know, even if you guys would like to see them. I just don't want to do that. I want to be able to change some of the stuff that goes out. So, yeah, I've got to kind of look into that a little bit more. And, of course, once, you know, racing vlogs come out and different things. And I thought about doing one with Hades for a little while. I just didn't get as much time as I wanted to be able to work with him. And I don't want people taking my advice. Because I will never sit here and say, I know enough to be a horse trainer. I don't. I know enough to do what I need to do for myself and my horses. And that's it. I could always give people advice, but I don't think I could ever actively be able to say, oh yes, let me help you with this. I just don't think I have the experience for it. You know, I've had a horse for almost a decade. Horses have been in my life, but there's people who've been doing it for forever. They've always grown up with it. So, you know, it's something new for us. And Hades new for me. I've never worked with a very skittish horse. We're making some great strides, and then we'll take a bunch of steps back. You know, it all takes time. And I realize, as I'm sitting here and talking, we've jumped from computers. We've jumped to... Why are you so full? Sorry. I have to look at that. It's telling me that there's not a lot of room left on my Google Drive. Jesus! Everybody okay? Everybody good? We all just lived through that, yes? Alright, well, we lived through that. That was not fun. I cut the corner too much and the cab almost flipped over. Well, isn't that great physics? I've always been talking about how everything is so cool and so realistic. I didn't like that. Also, F you. You still swung into my lane. Just kind of pitting over you right now. But, God, I don't remember what I was talking about before that. Noted. I mean, noted for sure on what just happened there. Alright, I think I see a refinery up here on the left, so I assume that's probably what we're going to be delivering to. Ooh, red light. Down, 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 down. Oh, that was the thing I was talking about before we almost flipped over. Yeah, my Google Drive says it has 93 gigs in it. That can't be right. Because there's no way I've used 800 gigs of stuff. Like, I'm going to have to look at that. That's a later problem. That's not a you problem. Ooh, major train yard. This seems not safe. Oh my god. Bounce. Bounce. My god. We good? Is this a port, too? I've got crude oil for what seems like Hyundai. Yeah, we are at a port. Neat. So, I was going to say, I thought that looked like a ship. Let's slow down here. We're going over here. We're taking a left and a right. This is obviously going to end up on a vessel out of here, which is interesting. I figure it would have been processed here. Oh, well, not my world. I just drive it from one place to another. Neat that we get to go dockside, though. Very much like that. Alright. Now, I see that you want us over there, and I wish this mirror wasn't in the way. Can I pull through? Nope. Oh, of course it's going to be nice and tight. Okay. Hi, Izzy. You look like you got in trouble. Did you? I don't think she did. And there's a tug in the way. Why are they making these so hard? What did I do to deserve this? Why are you there? First off, that is so tight. Okay. I mean, I'll see what I can do. Let's pull up a little bit more to there. Don't get to the point of no return. Gotta watch that tug. I'm gonna also be honest. First try, even I'm impressed. We're a little crooked in here, but do a little pull up as a courtesy, but very surprised that we just got that in there first try. All right, well, let's step. Yeah, look at that. Nice. I mean, it's a little crooked, but that's fine by me. All right, crude oil brought up to Galveston. Cool. Do you have anything that's going to go over to the Port of Houston? Nope. Wow, you're all far. Let's go out here. Let's go to jobs. Let's go to the freight market. Houston. So we got lumber. What else we got? Really, is that it? I'll be heading out to Alabama. So it looks like we're going to be doing chlorine all the way over to California. Dang it. I was reading that. That would be an interesting one. Thank you for me clicking the wrong thing. Well, am I really ready to leave Texas? Probably. We probably should. Don't want to get too comfortable in one spot. You're good for 5 more hours. What about you? Whoops. Oh, you're good for 18 more? I think this would be a good one. It's a 24-hour drive. So it'd be put up over 2 videos. It would get us into California, though. The debates that I have to have. Let's do lumber. Just to keep the journey short. But that's where I'd like to go next. So that's fine. How long is that? Oh yeah, it's like an hour away. That'll be fine. But that's where we're going to leave it for this one. If you guys enjoy what you saw, we do try to get a video out here on the channel every single day. And I really do appreciate your continued support. But with that, I thank you guys so much for coming out to this one, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.